We'll be live. Hello, everyone.
Hello, people of Atheist Republic.
Yes, we answer your questions. If you're a patron, no freebies.
That's not true. We take live chat questions after
Okay.
patron questions and member questions.
Oh, yeah, and actually you could super chat now. So super chat as well.
That's
Patron-
right. We have super chats back. Armin, please explain.
Yes, so people requested that we put super chats back on, and now it's back on. So you guys could do the super chats. If you're not a patron and you want to ask a question, you could use the super chats, right? And audio, music guy is saying audio is good. And music guy is reminding everybody to like and subscribe and set the bell notification. Thank you so much, music guy. You're such an amazing person. Thank you for doing this. You're awesome. Thank you. And Higgs Boson is here. So we answer patron questions. If you want us to answer your questions, either become a patron, link in the description, a patron on Patreon, okay? Or you could use the super chat. And if you would like to come live on air after we answer the questions, to come live and talk to us, to me on air, you can become a YouTube member, because after we answer the questions, I'm going to post a link on our YouTube's community tab. So if you go to our YouTube channel and then click on the community tab, I will post a link there that only YouTube members of Atheist Republic can see the link, and they could click on the link and they could come live and talk to me on air. So I see people on Facebook as well saying yo back at you again. So but the link will be posted on YouTube. And Jordan on YouTube is also on Facebook is also saying hi.
In terms of becoming a YouTube member, Bread of Life is saying there's already 2 CEOs of hell, but hey, I'm willing to share power.
Oh.
For those who don't know, CEO of hell is the highest level of membership.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Thank you so much once again for your support, Bread of Life. It's amazing.
Thank you so much, Bread of Life. So if you're CEO of hell, I will I'm gonna go on Bread of Life's channel as many times as she requests. Okay, every time she wants me to go there just to chit chat, and she could come on our channel on the Persian. She speaks Persian, right? So I want to invite her as many times.
I know, that's crazy. The reveal that Rebecca speaks Persian had my jaw on the floor. I was like, what? Where did we find this woman?
In exchange for being the CEO of hell, Bread of Life has access to our Persian community anytime she wants. And our Persian YouTube channel is a pretty good, decent-sized channel. Like, we get pretty good, decent views there, right? So anytime she wants to come and then talk to them about Jesus or whatever she wants, that's available to her, okay? So that's...
Spreading Jeebus to Iran.
Spreading Jeebus, yes. Oh, the Bread of Life. Ooh, wow, that's an awesome perk. Yes, of course. I mean... you've been so kind to us, so I want to return the favor. Yeah. Okay, so should we get to the Patreon questions?
Yes, we shall. Let's start off with this question from Higgs Boson, and I think it's very relevant. Okay, and can you pull up the first link in the private chat?
Oh, okay. Yes. Okay.
Higgs Boson is asking, why is CJ Werleman suddenly going after ex-Muslims and attacking them now?
Wait, you're calling him Watermelon? Oh, no, Higgs Boson is calling him. Okay, so because I can never pronounce his last name properly, it just looks like watermelon to me. So I always say CJ Werleman, and people are now using the same name. That's so nice. That's so sweet. Higgs Boson is calling him what I call him. What is his actual last name? Can you pronounce it?
Werleman? Wait, can you pull up the link?
Yes. See, you can't even say it either, so it's not just me.
Werleman? Werleman?
Okay.
I don't know. It's a whole... Okay. I really have no idea how to pronounce it looking at it. Like, what phonetics are we dealing with here? I don't know.
Okay, so I'm justified to call him CJ Werleman.
Honestly, yes.
Yes, okay.
It's not personal. He didn't choose his name.
Yes. D is asking, who is that? Oh, you don't know this guy? This guy is an Islamophobe hunter, basically.
It literally says in his bio right there on Twitter, activist against Islamophobia.
Yes. So and he thinks we are Islamophobes. So he goes, anybody who, like most people who criticize Islam, he goes after them for being Islamophobes and into being like, giving into white supremacy. And he thinks, like, for example, me and Susanna are
imperialism, American hegemony, all of the
yes,
above.
all of that. Yes.
From a leftist perspective.
Yes. He's one of the most aggressive people against anybody who criticizes Islam. Like, he thinks like we're all just bigots. Right?
And
so
I don't even think he's a Muslim.
No, of course he's not a Muslim. He's just like he's like playing into, like, he's a favorite. He's a Muslim community's favorite white man, basically. He's like the white man he's a non-Muslim who gets it. He gets it, basically. Okay. I mean, by the way, to be fair,
honestly, I want to apply for that position.
I know you do.
I was like, how do you get that title? Damn.
Okay, but Susanna, you want that title for different reasons. I don't think you. You're like Muslim man. I don't think that's the same reason.
I'm dying.
I don't think this is his kink, Susanna.
Oh man.
Oh no.
Oh my god. Okay. Anyways.
But okay, to be fair to him, because a lot of people do attack Muslims unjustifiably, he sometimes gets it right. You know what I mean? Like, he does identify a lot of actual bigots correctly. Okay, but then
he highlights a lot of stuff in India that we also highlight, for example.
Yeah. But he also thinks, like, we highlight anti-Muslim bigots and we condemn them. But he also thinks like we're anti-Muslim bigots, just because we're ex-Muslim, by the way. So in this video, like, I reviewed this video on secular jihadists, so if you want to see my review of this video, subscribe to Secular Jihadists. That video, my review of his video, will be released soon. His video describing ex-Muslims as like bigots and, giving into white supremacy, apparently, is so
yeah.
It's so outdated. Like, this was something that you used to hear, like, I don't know, 10 years ago. Now people don't think like that. Now a lot of leftists even consider, like, there's just some legitimate criticism of Islam here. Like, they're like, okay, like, we're anti-Christianity. Islam has a lot of the same features, like sometimes even more, right? So, I mean, a lot of leftists have jumped on the idea, like, have accepted the idea that this is like, okay, Islam is cringe, okay? Like, this Muslims need to be defended, but Islam is a religion and religion is cringe, okay? This guy is still back far behind. But the video is absolutely ridiculous, right? Like, he identifies Abdullah Samir as an anti-Muslim bigot. Like, Abdullah Samir, like the most mellow, kindest, sweet ex-Muslim that actually hunts down anybody who wants to go take that anti-Islam narrative and turn it into anti-Muslim bigotry. He's one of those people who, like, will call them out on that. Like, he's like a hawk watching other ex-Muslims not to do that. And he shows his picture as an anti-Muslim bigot. Anyways, there's so many ridiculous claims in this video, and I go through it one by one with a Muslim. Okay?
With the Muslim, and he actually agreed that a lot of what CJ said was totally unfair.
Yeah, so me, an ex-Muslim, with a Muslim, okay, on the Secular Jihadists, we go through this video bit by bit, and we, like, dissect it and analyze it and destroy it, okay? So that video will be clipped and published soon, so make sure you're subscribed to the Secular Jihadists. Just search on YouTube Secular Jihadists and subscribe to the YouTube channel. You will see my review of it. Okay.
Okay. What's worse is, like, look at how he said it. How ex-Muslims threaten Muslim lives.
Oh my God. Okay, we don't. Or most of
That's
us.
So demonizing. But then also think about how dangerous that is for people living in Muslim majority countries or communities.
Yeah. Also, he's doing to ex-Muslims what he accuses other people of doing to Muslims. Like, he's like, for example, he uses Ayan Hirsi Ali's bad rhetoric, all right? And he's like, look what ex-Muslims are doing. I'm like, dude, like this is kind of like what you're saying we shouldn't be doing, like justifiably. Like we don't take a bad Muslim or like somebody like a Muslim that is saying like stuff that we don't like, and we're like, and then generalize it to all Muslims. So if it's not okay to do that with Muslims, why is that okay for you to do that with ex-Muslims? Like, isn't that irresponsible? Like, aren't you being a hypocrite? Like, wouldn't you see that as, you know, overgeneralization if somebody did that with Muslims? Like, rightfully so to be, you know. So why are you doing like it's so stupid? I don't know. It's so.
I agree.
Yeah. Anyways, go watch that. It was a really good review. And it's a very good review. I think we got lucky that I was reviewing that while we had a Muslim on the channel. Friendly Muslim.
It was fun, actually.
Yeah, it was really fun. So I think because I tried to be skeptical. Like maybe like, am I being hateful? Am I like being bigoted? Like I want to like double check. Like, can somebody be objective? Like, tell me, like, what am I doing wrong? Right? Sometimes, like, I try to second guess myself, like, just to make sure that because I might be like looking everything from a narrow-minded perspective and not noticing my own hatred or bigotry, right? So it's good to have somebody to check this with me, you know. And if you think that Muslim didn't do a good job, like, let me know in the comments of that video. Anyways.
Okay. Let us go to the next question. Whoops. Okay. Here's a question from D that's very interesting. Ooh, it's quite big. I need to move. Many people think of Qatar as a base for negotiation over Middle Eastern conflicts, and maybe I'm mistaken, but from what I have read, they played a major role in the Syrian civil war. Had they not been so supportive of rebels from the start, I wonder if things would have turned out differently. From sources I have heard, they were the biggest arms supplier and even financed training camps for rebels a year before the US government got involved.
Wait, I didn't know this. Qatar got involved in Syrian civil war? Did you know this, Susie?
I did not know this.
At this level? Okay. Can we pull up an article to read about this? Because I actually didn't know this. Their involvement in
maybe search
Syria.
like Qatar support Syrian rebels.
Okay, let's actually. There seems to be a Wikipedia article about it, so this makes it easy. Okay.
Oh, that does make it very easy.
Yes. Okay, so let's remove this from here. Qatari involvement in the Syrian civil war. The Qatari involvement in the Syrian civil war began in April 2012 with deliveries of arms to rebels in Syria from Qatar and has continued to the present day, expanding itself to include military intervention against ISIL. Which that seems like okay. So I thought like they were a destructive, because I thought Qatar is like has a good reputation of being like a constructive role. So that's why these questions seem to be like which rebels were they supporting? Because these suggestions seems to be like
that is also an important question.
Yeah, no, because Qatar is like, my understanding is Qatar's involvement around the world is trying to demonstrate to the world that I am element of bringing peace and stability, not chaos. Like the world, you need me because like you want to negotiate with Taliban, I got you. Okay, you want to negotiate with Iran, I got you. Okay, you want to deal with ISIS, I got you. Okay, you want to talk to Hamas, I got you. Right. So this is Qatar. Like Qatar is trying to be like, I'm the problem solver in the Middle East. Like you guys like.
I was imagining like a cartoon version of a guy holding up a trench coat. He's like, "Want to talk with ISIS? I got you. Want to tell me? I got you." What a weird assortment of goods for sale.
Yeah, no, but Qatar wants to act like this is like I am the problem. I'm the tiny little country that solves bigger problem that it could like that this small of a country is supposed to do. Like don't look at how small I am. I solve big problems. Okay, so that's what Qatar is like trying to portray itself as, and has been very successful, to be honest, at doing that. Okay, so I didn't think like, okay, Qatar supports rebels, like what? Like, okay, so rebels against ISIS, not the bad. I mean, to be honest, over there, all the rebels are kind of like shady, But again, Qatar was like trying to like, okay, let's see. Support for, let's actually see if what I'm saying is correct. Support for rebels. In 2013, the Financial Times reported that Qatar had funded the Syrian rebellion by at least $1 billion and as much as $3 billion over the first 2 years of the civil war. It reported that Qatar was offering refugee packages of about $50,000 a year to defectors and family. Okay, so these are anti-Assad people. Okay, so anti-ISIS people and anti-Assad people. Okay, so this is in line with what the West wants, right? So this is at the time that the West was really much trying to bring Assad down. So Qatar was aligning themselves with like, like I'm the good guy. Okay, so Qatar like, hey, look, I'm on your side.
Holy cow! Wait, this is incredible. Sorry, I was reading ahead.
You want to read yourself?
In 2013, the Stockholm International Peace Research Institute, oh my God, estimated that Qatar had fueled the war by delivering more weapons to Syria than any other country. In total, there were over 15 weapons cargo flights into Turkey between April of 2012 and March of 2013. So that was in the beginning. Okay. In 2014, Qatar operated a training base for rebels in its territory in conjunction with the U.S. military forces who ran the training about 1,200 rebels a year in 3-week courses. Interesting. Gareth Porter wrote in 2015 that Qatar had provided support to rebel groups across the spectrum, not only funding more moderate rebels, but also the coalition known as the Army of Conquest, which contained Al-Qaeda-linked groups.
Okay, so again, Al-Qaeda means anti-ISIS, right? So that's what that might be the reason why they were funding. I mean, to be fair, United States was also funding. I mean, I'm not saying any of this is good, okay? But it was potentially good in the eyes of United States. Because did you know that CIA funded Al-Qaeda linked groups to fight ISIS?
Yeah.
So
I mean, we talk about it on PBS at this point. Like, it's known. It's been known.
Yeah.
When I first funding Al-Qaeda over here and fighting them other places.
I said that like Ali Rizvi thought I was being a conspiracy theorist. Like when I said that, I was like, this is like known. This is not like I don't know. Conspiracy.
This isn't tinfoil hat moment.
Tinfoil hat, yeah, that's what it were. This is not tinfoil hat. This is like information, publicly available information, right? But it's very amazing that taxpayer money was used to fund the groups that did 9/11. So U.S. taxpayer money was used to fund people who did 9/11, which is unbelievable.
It's so crazy. It's so crazy when you think about it.
Yes.
It's so crazy.
Yeah.
Oops. D is saying, yes, I'm challenging you, Armin, because you said on Secular Jihadist stream that Qatar had nothing to do with it.
Did I say that? Nothing to do with what?
The Syrian Civil War.
Okay. Well, I don't remember saying that. But if I did, I was wrong. Thank you for correcting me. Okay, so yeah, I didn't know that. I didn't know the level of involvement of Qatar in the Syrian Civil War. So I'm educated. Okay. By the way, what I said, like, what I didn't make, obviously, so Assad is bad, but I'm not suggesting that getting rid of him was necessarily a good idea. Like, this is like kind of like a Saddam moment, right? So you're like, oh, Assad is horrible, so it was good to fund all these rebels to like try to fuel the civil war and stuff. Like, I mean, I don't know, so many people, how many people have died ever since because of all this conflict in Syria, right? So kind of like Saddam was obviously evil, but was it a good idea to get rid of him? Obviously, in hindsight, it was a horrible idea, right? So when I say Qatar was trying to portray a better, a good image of being a problem solver, I mean to the people who see that as a good thing. I wasn't necessarily saying that I see that as problem solving, right? But anyways, Qatar has been a very, very reliable ally for United States. Okay. That's why it was very stupid of Donald Trump to take Saudi Arabia's side. Like, you remember when Trump like took Saudi Arabia's side? They're like, oh yeah, Qatar is like funding terrorists and like they're evil. I'm not.
What was that in regards to?
I mean, Saudi, like when the Saudi did the blockade against Qatar, so it's Saudi and the
Oh,
Gulf Arab countries, it was very weird because like the Pentagon was like, "Oh yeah, like we're on Qatar. This is wrong. It's wrong to do this with Qatar." And Trump came out and like, "Yeah, these are the baddies. Go Saudi Arabia." I like, what do you mean? Like, there was two different messages coming out of the United States in conflict with each other. Like, people are like, "What is the message coming out of United States? Like, why is it contradictory?" Like, it was so stupid. Like when Trump was so stupid. Anyways, I mean, United States has some of its most important military bases in Qatar, right? So like, yeah, this country is evil. Like, dude, like you have bases here. Like we're an ally. Like you're not going to be able to operate in the
you
Middle
don't
East
poop
without.
where you eat.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. You're not going to be able to like like what are you like? Should we close down your bases? Like I don't understand. Like you need us. Anyways, okay. And like well, yeah.
Okay, so let's go to the next question.
Wait. Higgs boson is saying Qatar is funding terrorists, though. Okay, okay, but terrorists on whose perspective? So to be, yeah, I mean, who is not funding terrorists? I mean, United States is like, can you tell me a country who's not funding terrorists? Right? Like Saudi Arabia is funding terrorists.
Okay, Armin, there's a lot of countries. I'm sure there are numerous that don't fund terrorists.
Okay, I mean, in the ones that are involved, the ones that are okay. So in the main players here, okay, I mean, okay, fine. United States is funding terrorists.
Yeah,
like, not just terrorists, like in the perspective of like anti-American terrorists or on the terrorist list based on United States standards of who's a terrorist. You know what I mean? Like, okay, so anyways, let's move on. Sorry.
Okay, so for this next question, please open the second link that's in the chat.
Okay.
Okay. Gage American is asking, Russian threatened to hit Ukrainian nuclear plants if Ukraine advances. Ukraine claims this is similar to using nukes. Your thoughts? And let's pull up this link.
Do you want to play this or with audio or no?
Oh, yeah, let's do it.
Do you have audio?
Mm-hmm.
UN Secretary General Antonio Guterres called on Monday for international inspectors to be given access to the Zaporizhia nuclear plant after Ukraine and Russia traded accusations over the shelling of Europe's largest atomic plant at the weekend. Speaking at a conference in Japan after attending the 77th anniversary of Hiroshima, Guterres called the attack suicidal.
Any attack to a nuclear plant is a suicidal thing, and I hope that those attacks will end. And at the same time, I hope that the IAEA will be able to have access to the plant and to exercise its mandate competencies.
Guterres also called on the...
Okay, they're talking too calmly about
this is so stressful.
This is so stressful. This could annihilate Europe, and they're like, I hope they take this seriously. Dude,
will you please let us inside? Like, oh my god, I feel like my hair should be on fire.
Can you please stop shooting at Europe's largest nuclear plant? Thank you very much. Can you please? Can you please not do Chernobyl times 10? Because this is like, this would be like Chernobyl times 10. Like, this is a lot bigger, and it would be a lot more devastating. Like, this will end Europe if this is like, yeah, okay.
The international community to commit to not using nuclear arsenals.
I believe this is the moment when the risk of a nuclear confrontation is back, something that we have forgotten for decades. This is the moment, as I said, to ask the nuclear-armed countries to commit to the principle of non-first use and to commit to not use and not threaten, as I mentioned, non-nuclear-armed countries with full transparency in relation to their arsenals.
The Russians did threaten that they're going to shoot at this thing.
Yeah.
Like, this is, this is basically threatening to use nukes. This is like so Europe is being threatened with nuclear but technically what you could arguably say is a nuclear weapon. So, I mean, I don't know how Article 5 is not being kicked in right now. This was a direct threat by Russia to use nukes against the entirety of Europe.
Oh my
So,
God.
I mean, how are we not invading Russia already? Like, I mean, how is this not raising alarm bells everywhere? Right? Okay.
Russian forces.
I mean, they did two things. First, they started shooting from this place, thinking like, you're not going to shoot back at us because we're at a nuclear power plant. I mean, this is kind of like worse than Hamas, because Hamas like shoots from orphanages, like hides missiles in like orphanages. Like, hey, if you shoot at us, orphans will die. Okay. But now Russia like, hold my beer, because if you shoot at us, Europe dies. The entirety of Europe dies.
Holy
like, so,
crap.
so, I mean, this is like, okay.
Forces captured the Ukrainian nuclear plant in March. Ukraine accused Russia of being responsible for the shelling on Saturday after 3 radiation sensors were damaged.
Тому вже зараз потрібно
Okay, so it says the measures are supported
на
in.
принципово
This is Zelensky speaking. In a principle livid by the Ukrainian.
Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky said on Sunday that Russia was waging nuclear terror that warranted more sanctions over Moscow's nuclear sector. The region's Russian-installed authority said Ukrainian forces hit the site with a multiple rocket launcher, damaging.
Wait, who hit the? They actually hit it. They're actually hitting it. The madmen
No.
are actually.
No, they're saying that the Ukrainians hit it.
Well, I know. What the hell? I don't care who's hitting it. Like, they're hitting the nuclear site.
The region's Russian-installed authority said Ukrainian forces hit the site with a multiple rocket launcher,
They're hitting a nuclear site.
damaging administrative buildings and an area near a storage facility.
Oh my
Reuters
God.
could not verify either side's version of what happened.
Okay, so this is a Russian's report of it. So I don't know. I don't trust what the Russians are saying.
Armed conflict at the Soviet-era Zaporizhia site has alarmed the world.
Apparently not
Oh
enough.
my God.
You don't sound alarmed. I mean, you should be like, I mean, why are people not pulling their hair out? This is literally like the closest we have been in our lifetime. I mean, this is says the through actual nuclear confrontation. Have we ever been closer in our lifetime? Guys, this
No.
is like
Not my
Okay, so-
lifetime.
okay, to like reduce stress levels, I think these things are extremely fortified. Okay, like these things are very, very fortified. Okay, so like it takes a lot for you to be able to get to the part where like radioactive cloud will cover all of Europe. Like it's like you need like something major. You like need the mother of all bombs or something to hit that place. Okay, because they're built to withstand attacks like this. Because of especially
Hasn't
after
Russia been using MOABs?
Yeah. But I'm just thinking like, but I don't think like it's still, even though I think like they're heavily fortified, I think it's still very bad, very bad idea to start like to start shooting at these things. I don't know. What does the live chat think? Let me see if what people.
Idris is saying, I don't know about the Ukrainian plants, but the latest ones are made to withstand the fall of a 747 on the reactor.
Yeah. Okay. So, isn't this nuclear power plant made by the Russians? I think this one was made by the Russians.
When?
And
I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not sure. But if it's made by the Russians, then we're screwed. Okay, stop shooting. But I also think that this is Europe's largest nuclear power plant. Can somebody verify that? Somebody verify that. This is like so. This messing up with this is going to be much more devastating than Chernobyl ever was. Much more devastating. It will just like a wind will take all the radioactive waves will cover the entirety of Europe. Okay, just like a cloud of death and cancer. Yeah. There will be immense suffering. Okay. Yeah, I mean, yeah, okay, so I want to see what other people are saying. Music is saying Putin is such a USSR fanboy. Yeah, and yeah, maybe that's why he wants to take down Russia the way USSR went down. Do you think NATO will not invade Russia? I mean, I know they won't unless you threaten Europe with nuclear with nukes. Well, I mean, this is like technically the same thing, right? Technically, I don't know if people understand, the Russians officially have threatened to shoot at these things as a warning. They're like, we will they said that with no what did they say? Just recently they said this, okay? They said without Mother Russia, Europe will go down as well. So what is it? Like they said something like that. So this is an actual threat against the existence of Europe. What did they say exactly? I don't know if I can find it. Okay, I have good news. It says alleged Russian nuclear plant threat likely false, says U.S. think tank. When was this released? No, this was 2 days ago, so I don't know if this is updated. Russian nuclear terror. Okay, so no, we have update. That was too old. I don't know what the latest updates are.
Okay.
But I heard some Russian officials specifically saying that we're going to shoot at this.
I don't know. Let's go to the next question.
Oh, here. No. I wanna make sure we get this. Let me close this. Bring this up. Sorry. Accept all cookies. So Russian forces threaten integrity of Zaporizhzhia nuclear power plant. Okay. So a Russian military command. Oh yes, I was right. This is not fake news. Okay. A Russian military commander has directly threatened to the integrity of this Z. I don't know how to pronounce this nuclear power plant's names. Nuclear power plant if forced to retreat. They have said that we're gonna shoot at it. So this is an actual nuclear threat. They have come out and threatened the existence of Europe. Anyway, sorry, we have to move on. I know. Okay. Escalate.
Okay, let's go to the next question. And Gation American is asking, in your opinion, was the U.S. recognition of the People's Republic of China as the legitimate China over the Republic of China, aka Taiwan, a mistake or a necessary transitional period?
Wait, I thought they were ambiguous about which China is the one China. I thought they never made that clear. Isn't that what they did?
Technically, yes, but in practicality.
Yes. They were like, we believe in the one China policy. Which China is the one China? I don't know. It might be. I don't know. It might be tight. Okay, so, in your opinion, okay, so, but yeah, we know in effect they're talking about China. Okay, in your opinion, was the U.S. recognition of PRC as a legitimate China over the?
Or should they have picked Taiwan?
No, I mean, come on. Like, are you serious? Like, doesn't make any sense. Like you want to completely dismiss the legitimacy of a country that big and that influential? You're like, we don't recognize you as a country. Like, of course they can't do that. Like, that would be ridiculous. Think about the implications of that. Like, it doesn't make any sense. Like, that country is too big of a deal. I mean, the United States recognizes the Islamic Republic of Iran as legitimate government of Iran, and that's their enemy. So they wouldn't imagine you lived in a world where they didn't recognize the current government in China as China. Like the trade implications, the policy implications, the war implications. Like it would be too much for the world to bear. Like it makes no practical sense. Obviously not. What do you think?
No, I agree with you. I think it's very pragmatic, and Taiwan wasn't as important of a player as they are now until recently with their just dominance of the microchip manufacturing,
Yeah, and they didn't lose Taiwan over this. Like it was obviously like Taiwan is like still best buddies with the United States, so it wasn't like Taiwan's like, oh, you don't recognize us, like we're gonna be like, we're gonna give you the cold shoulder, like we're not gonna be buddies, like, so they didn't lose Taiwan, they didn't lose China, so it was obviously the best decision. So yeah, it makes sense. By the way, D is saying, oh my god, such good questions, I love these streams. Oh, thank you, D.
Fantastic, that's so good to hear. Okay, let's go. Oh, interesting. Gage American is asking, should America divert existing farm subsidies into urban farms / community gardens? Okay. I understand kind of the intention behind this, but like, why? Why? Is it not vastly more efficient? And I could be completely wrong, to have people farming in the urban areas. Why would we want to be using urban space towards this? I understand quality of life and all those things, and food,
you mean it's more efficient to do it
but in general, why are we bringing people in urban areas back to farming, subsistence farming? I mean, not subsistence farming, but it just doesn't seem efficient.
Mm-hmm.
At all.
Yeah, I think so. I think this would be a bad idea. I think if it was more efficient, it would automatically just divert to community gardens. I think community gardens are a hobby. They're not an efficient way to produce food. Like
to feed a population, to feed millions.
This seems like you're like, basically the question is like, should America start a famine? That's what you're asking. I mean, that's what you're asking us, okay?
To me, this is a move towards deciviliization.
Yes. Yeah, you're not going to be able to feed people. People go hungry. Food prices are going to go up. Like if you divert, farming from the places where it's done the most efficiently to places where they're not done most efficiently, you're going to reduce the supply of food, and people go hungry. That's how you start a Mao-like famine. Okay, don't mess with the food supply. Just like let the market do its thing. Okay, you do what you're supposed to do. Don't mess with the market. Don't change. Don't do command economics from top down. Okay, the most efficient way to produce food is for you to let the market handle the supply and prices of things automatically, and the resources would allocate to the places where they are needed the most. If you don't,
okay, saying I didn't say divert farming. I said farming subsidies. Okay, it shouldn't be a farming subsidy. If you want to have a community garden, you can go have grants towards that kind of a project. But subsidies for the purpose of producing food for a nation, I think, should go towards people who can produce it.
Yes.
And mass.
Yes, if you're gonna fund something, if the government has decided that the market is not noticing positive externalities, and therefore the government needs to come in and do a correction by subsidizing something. Okay, what are you trying to subsidize? Are you trying to subsidize food production? Are you trying to subsidize a sense of community or something? Okay. Because if you're trying to, my guess is that when the government is subsidizing farming, is because they want more food, okay? Not because people want to feel better about having a community garden, okay? So if they're trying to subsidize more food production, they better subsidize the place where food is being produced most efficiently, which is not community gardens.
Yep. Yep. Okay. Wait, am I crazy or did a bunch of starred questions disappear?
No, I don't think it disappeared.
Some definitely disappeared. What the heck? Because there was one. 1 second. Okay, yeah, here's one that got unstarred. Okay, I fixed it. We're good. So for this next question, can you pull up the third link in the private chat, please?
Yes, ma'am.
Gasian American is asking, what are your thoughts on the Facebook capitalist slander of the glorious people's app of TikTok?
Okay, I can't watch this article because it's behind a paywall, but I think we can
Wait,
see
let
the
me
title.
give it to you.
We're gonna do the 10-foot ladder, 12-foot ladder.
12-foot
Okay, let me-
ladder doesn't work for me very often.
Yeah, me
Actually, Textize is better.
too. Okay, so
Actually, I have it on my computer. I don't know why I can look at it, but you can't.
Oh shit. Okay, yeah. You.
Oh my
you
god,
should.
this is written by Taylor Lorenz. Oh no.
Ooh,
I
share
hate
your
her.
screen.
I hate this
Sure.
journalist. She's so
Share your screen.
trashy. Okay, let us examine this 1 second. Okay.
Oh, because I'm using a VPN.
Can you see this?
Yes.
Okay. Let us wait, let me adjust something really quick. Okay, let's get into this. So it's titled Facebook paid GOP firm to malign TikTok. Lies and slander. The Republicans are paying for lies and slander. The firm
Wait.
targeted-
Let's read the question again. What are your thoughts on Facebook capitalist slander of glorious people's apps of TikTok? Okay. Is this actually a Republican thing, or do you know this writer, Taylor? Who's this?
Taylor
Because you said like
Lorenz is she's not a Republican at all. She's left leaning, but like just not, I don't like her at all.
you don't
like-
like it. Okay.
Like brain dead progressive, like I guess you might say, maybe.
Okay. So this is not capitalist slander against the glorious people's.
No.
app of
So
TikTok.
this article is not about the slander. This
Oh, okay.
article is about Facebook paying for slander against TikTok.
Okay,
So we're going to get into that.
All
Okay.
right, go ahead.
The firm Targeted Victory pushed local operatives around the country to boost messages calling TikTok a threat to American children. Quote, dream would be to get stories with headlines like "From Dances to Danger," one campaign director said. Okay. What could this be? Facebook parent company Meta is paying one of the biggest Republican consulting firms in the country to orchestrate a nationwide campaign seeking to turn the public against TikTok. The campaign includes placing op-eds and letters to the editor in major regional news outlets promoting dubious stories without alleged TikTok trends that actually originated on Facebook, in pushing to draw political reporters and local politicians into helping take down its biggest competitor. Ooh. These bare-knuckle tactics, long commonplace in the world of politics, have become increasingly noticeable within a tech industry where companies vie for cultural relevance and come at a time when Facebook is under pressure to win back young users. Yes. Okay. Getting interesting. Employees with the firm Targeted Victory worked to undermine TikTok through a nationwide media and lobbying campaign portraying the fastest growing app owned by the Beijing-based company ByteDance as a danger to American children and society, according to internal emails shared with the Washington Post. Okay, they got a leak. Targeted Victory needs to, quote, get the message out that while Meta is the current punching bag, TikTok is the real threat, especially as a foreign-owned app that is 100% in sharing data, that is number one in sharing data that young teens are using, a director for the firm wrote in a February email. Oh, I see. So this is about how Facebook has had such a bad reputation in America.
Mm-hmm.
Especially with all the congressional hearings, the recent whistleblower lady.
Yeah.
And so they're like, oh, everyone's, trashing on how dangerous Facebook is and how they're so evil with how they use their algorithms to manipulate our society and how it affects the health of teen girls and all this stuff. But TikTok, they're the real problem. Okay, I see where this is headed.
Isn't this illegal? for Facebook to do this, for Facebook to put information like, oh, you think Facebook is bad, but TikTok is the real evil app here, okay? And they put this is like paid and supported by Facebook, and it's coming out and as a message by politicians where the consumers of it don't know that this is sponsored by Facebook. Isn't that illegal?
No, they're not. This isn't supposed to be coming out of the mouths of politicians. This is supposed to be, I mean, but it is.
Supposed to be what?
Through like marketing campaigns.
I know, but without knowing that Facebook is behind this. Like
exactly.
So that's like on this channel, like for example, if you say that, oh, this is like, I don't know, this is amazing, okay, and you've been sponsored by them and you don't tell people, you could get in trouble for that, like just by that. So because it's a sponsored message and you're not clarifying that this is a sponsored message, okay? So Facebook is like putting messages out there in the media, trashing TikTok, saying like, this TikTok is not, it's not Facebook that is evil, it's TikTok that is evil, without telling people that like, oh yeah, this is a message by Facebook. So how are they like, are they going to get, is that illegal? Like, are they not going to get in trouble for that? Are they? I don't know.
I don't know. I don't think so. Unless it is libelous, perhaps. But also in terms of not disclosing that relationship, I don't know. I don't know what the law is. The emails, which had not been previously reported, showed the extent to which Meta and its partners will use opposition research tactics on the Chinese-owned multi-billion-dollar rival that has become one of the most downloaded apps in the world, often outranking even Meta's popular Facebook and Instagram apps. In an internal report last year leaked by the whistleblower Frances Haugen, Facebook researchers said that teens were spending 2 to 3 times more time on TikTok than Instagram, and that Facebook's popularity among young people had plummeted. Yeah, Facebook is
struggling.
Targeted Victory declined to respond to questions about the campaign. Okay, And one email. The Targeted Victory director asked for ideas on local political reporters who could serve as a back channel for any anti-TikTok messages, saying the firm would definitely want to be hands-off. Oh my goodness. So they're saying, hey, if you happen to know any like political journalists who want to start talking about how TikTok is, like, let's get in touch. But like, we're not going to be direct with communicating with them. We're going to be, oh my goodness, this is dirty. In other pushing stores to local media. Meta spokesperson Andy Stone defended the campaign by saying, we believe all platforms, including TikTok, should face a level of scrutiny consistent with their growing success. Okay.
Yeah.
What do you think about all this, Armin?
Well, I mean, if we wanted to take the joke question seriously, first of all, TikTok is also a capitalist, it's as the height of capitalism itself, which shows like nothing about China is communist. Okay. But yeah, this is horrible. This is like, I think Facebook should be sued over this. Like, I think TikTok should sue Facebook over this. I think this is illegal. I mean, how come we get in trouble if we say like us little people, okay? If you do like, oh, you didn't say sponsored, you didn't clarify that it's sponsored, like we're gonna come after you, okay? But when they do it, is there going to be any consequences? There should be consequences. I think there should be consequences. That's my opinion.
They spread rumors that the app was dangerous because of a slap a teacher TikTok challenge.
Yeah. By the way, we're streaming on Facebook as well. So should we be mindful of that? No. Yeah, we actually never mind. I changed my opinion. Yeah, Facebook, tell people about the evils of TikTok. So yeah, we have a Facebook page. We have to be mindful about what we're saying. Yes, I changed my site. I'm on Facebook side. TikTok is evil. Tell people. Go ahead. Tell people. Facebook. Spread the information. TikTok is evil. Yeah, it's Chinese.
Wow.
Of course it's evil.
Meta, Facebook's parent company, outspends all but 6 of the nation's biggest companies and industry groups in federal lobbying. Oh my goodness.
D saying Facebook has an issue with any platform they can't buy. Exactly. Yeah.
That's true. Okay. Ooh.
Yeah, we got a super chat. So we should answer. We should
cool.
encourage
let's go to the super chat.
Yeah, we should answer the super chat to encourage more people to do super chat. But yeah, let's go to this.
Something I don't remember sent us 100 rupees. Thank you very much. Saying it's Raksha Bandhan or Rakhi today, a day to celebrate the bond between brothers and sisters. I hope my brothers here will send me lots of gifts.
Oh, that's sweet.
Okay. Are there any holidays to celebrate? Is there like a sibling day in Iran?
No, I don't think so. Maybe there is. Actually, I don't know.
There's a sibling day here, but it's not as popular. Like people don't know it. Unlike Mother's Day,
maybe there is. I don't know. Raksha. Yeah, but don't okay. So don't make it about gifts though, because you're gonna ruin the day, because people are gonna don't add to people's stress that you have to buy more. Another day that I have to buy gifts. Like, God damn it! I had Mother's Day and Father's Day and anniversary and people's birthdays,
and Christmas.
And Christmas and like, well, it's India. It's many things. Like it's Christmas and AIDS.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
And whatever Hindu stuff we have to do, and Valentine's Day.
No, remember the Valentine's Day is not okay.
Well,
it's Western cultural imperialism.
I have to, yes. I mean, I have to buy gifts for my girlfriend, and I also have to mind not being lynched by Hindutva mob. So Valentine's Day is like extra stressful in India.
Not being assaulted by Bajrang Dal, check.
Like, which one do I fear the most? A Hindutva mob that's going to lynch me, or my girlfriend who I didn't buy a gift for? Like,
being disappointed? Oh, that's a good question.
Yes, like, who's going to lynch me harder, my girlfriend or Hindutva? But now you're adding this, you're ruining so brotherhood and sisterhood with forcing them to. I'm assuming that the tradition is going to be that older brothers and sisters are going to have to buy gifts for younger brothers and sisters. I'm assuming that's how it's going to work, which is very stressful, because at least fathers and mothers and older people, like, they have jobs, right? Your brothers are probably young and they're just like trying to figure life out. And now you're going to add them the stress of having to buy you gifts. This is not, you know what? I take back my congratulations. And, I'm not happy with this whatever it is. Yeah. So.
Yeah, Music guy is saying Valentine's Day equals Love Jihad Day.
Yes, true.
That is, we should rebrand it. It. I want little printout cards. Like instead of a sweet Valentine's Day card, it's a funny limerick about Love Jihad. Someone who is good at rhymes and like little corny poetry, please do that. I want to see it. Okay.
Look, I was right. It's a scam. So first of all, something I don't remember saying, we want gifts, but not forcibly. But somebody else from India is confirming that this is a scam.
Raksha Bandhan isn't really a sibling day. Your sister ties a fancy thread on your wrist and you're supposed to give a gift. It's only fashioned as a sibling day. Biggest scam.
Yeah.
So all you have to do, that's funny. You have to buy her presents, and she just has to tie a thread around your wrist.
This
isn't a fair exchange.
No, this is This is why we have to fight for men's rights. Okay, this is why we need to bring the patriarchy back. Okay, the women are scamming. No, seriously, the women are scamming us. They're like, men are ruling the world. They like, and yet we have to do everything for them. Anyways, we'll break.
We will. Don't worry, boys. We'll rise again.
We'll rise again. We'll be back in power in no time. Okay.
Okay. Higgs Boson is asking, what prompted another Israel-Hamas battle? Armin, have you been following this?
It's not Hamas. It wasn't Hamas this time. Okay, it's another group. and Hamas was like, we don't have nothing to do with it. There was an agreement between Israel and Hamas this time that yes, we know it was a new Hamas.
Wait, start at the beginning.
Okay, so there's another group in Israel, okay, which is backed by Iran. Something jihad, something. Hold on, we'll do it. I'll figure out. Can you figure out the name while I explain? Okay, hold on.
Okay.
Yeah. So these bad boys are like, Hamas is like, we have gone through a war right now, and we don't like we've been like really badly hurt by Israel. I'm trying not to use slur because YouTube doesn't like it. Okay, we have been, this last time Israel attacked us, we have not self-recovered from that, and we do not want to fight Israel right now. We don't have an appetite for it. Okay, so when somebody starts, like when there was a tension between Israel and this other group, what's it called?
They're just called Palestinian Islamic Jihad.
Yeah, something jihad. Okay, so that group, that's not Hamas, and Hamas was like, dude, this is not us. Please don't attack us. This is them. Okay, and I think this Palestinian Islamic Jihad group was trying to make it seem like it implicate Hamas as well to start a bigger conflict, and Hamas was like, we wash our hands off of this. Okay, and Israel was like, kind of like, we see you, Hamas. We know this is not you. We're cool. We're cool right now. Okay, we know this is not you. Okay, so both Israel and Hamas were trying to not to escalate this into a bigger conflict, and they maintained the battle between Israel and that one group, okay? And this one group is Iranian backed. Like, this was an attack by Iran, okay? Hamas has, like, ever since Iran backed Assad, there has been like a wedge between Iran and Hamas that has like been hard to close. Like, they're still buddies, but it's not been like, it's not the same as before, okay? It's not like, once you back Assad, Sunni, it's hard for you to get back in the good grace of Sunni groups, right? So Hezbollah is very much, Hamas is like on and off, like still accepts supports of Iran, but not like, it's not a proxy of Iran. Hezbollah is a proxy of Iran. This group, the Palestinian Islamic Jihad group, is a proxy of Iran. So this was a direct attack not a direct attack, but indirect attack by Iran on Israel, okay? And it probably, I'm not sure, has probably something to do with the JCPOA nuclear deals and stuff like that. So that might be the reason why they're like, hey, we could, a reminder that if you don't, basically it might be a reminder to the people behind the deals that if you do not bend to our will, just a reminder that we could like stir crap up. Like we could make things messy. Just remember that. That's what it like. It might be goodness. That. Yeah.
How about you post the link to the member?
Oh yeah, okay.
Post the link to the members now, and then we can just finish the last few questions. So then, if anyone wants to come, we have like a little bit before we end the patron questions.
Sounds good.
Wait, something I don't remember is saying gave us another 40 rupees. Thank you for the 40 rupees. And it's saying, how about I send my gifts? How about if I say send my gifts to Atheist Republic?
Okay, now I
so instead of receiving them from her brother, she will just be like, fine. No, send them to AR. That's totally fine. That's acceptable.
Fine, I support
our PO box is in the description.
It's the best holiday ever. Okay. The link is posted to channel members only. If you would like to come up, the link is there. But thank you again for the super chat. That's very kind. I appreciate that.
Oxymoron is saying, finding that something I don't remember identifying as she, her is a bit interesting. I did not expect that. D is also saying, does Hamas condone the attack?
Well, I mean, the de facto position is that any attack on Israel is like based on Hamas's book. Okay, so that's what they would probably say. But I think, like, I'm guessing, like, they're not like, they wouldn't condone. I mean, Hamas would not condone an attack. Would not wait. Yeah. Yeah. So they're like basically like they're like just making it clear. I don't know exactly what their official statement is, but they're not making it. They're making it very clear that this was not them. That's all I can say. I don't know much about it. Let me actually look. Yeah, I mean, these are kind of like Hamas's competition too. So remember, like if these are even though I think this is assuming I don't know if this is true. Okay, even if they come out and seem like we're all like allies in this fight against Israel, technically they're your competition and sponsor, like in funding, right? So if from all the outside forces that want to pressure Israel, if you have, this might actually be a way, because Hamas doesn't bend the knee to Iran's will, like doesn't operate exactly when the way Iran wants it to operate. This might be like Iran's sending its money to groups that are more aligned with how Iran wants them to operate. So this might be competition to Hamas. Oh, we got another super chat.
Interesting. Ooh.
Thank you so much.
No Man 041 sent us 40 rupees. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you for that.
Okay. Now.
That's good.
Wait, okay, I have to talk about this. So in terms of our Love Jihad Valentine's Day cards, D is saying, I love jihad, did you? Hallmark card. See, this is what I'm talking about. I want Valentine's Day cards with corny jokes and play on words about love jihad. It's the perfect material. D, you understand me. She gets it. Send me your best. Okay.
Where would you sell this?
I don't know.
I mean, outside of India, people wouldn't get it. Inside India, you would get lynched for selling it.
You would be sent to jail over it.
No, you wouldn't make it to jail. You would get lynched before you make it to jail.
Possibly. So, your house might get set on fire.
This would be an e-card that you send secretly. Yeah.
Or like memes. We can make memes.
Yes.
Love Jihad Valentine's Day memes. Please send them to me. I need this. I genuinely need this.
Okay, so it's a Pakistan then. Yeah, sure. You can use it. Yeah, Pakistan will receive this very well, I'm sure.
Okay. Higgs Boson is asking, what do you think of the FBI going after Trump? Okay, here's the thing. This just happened. Okay. I have, at this point, purposefully avoided news about it because I want to learn more about the intention behind it before I can really have a well-formed idea. I need to know more about the reasons and justification behind this before I can say if this is a good thing or a bad thing. Right now, it's just kind of like we know that this happened. And people are speculating as to what could be, what are they going after? What do they think they would find? What is their probable cause? Because the FBI can only kind of do this kind of thing if it's signed off by a warrant by one of the highest judges in the DOJ, Department of Justice. And there has to be probable cause. So I want to know, what is this probable cause? What is their reason for thinking that a crime is likely occurring there? I need more information before I can,
I mean,
make my statement.
Who's the person that has to sign up for this? Wasn't this Trump's own pick? And also, don't you have to...
a very senior appointee. I don't know who, or I don't know what level of the DOJ, but this goes very high to the top.
Yeah, and I thought whoever did this is Trump's own pick, and also a judge has to sign off.
I heard that too.
Yeah, also a judge has to sign this off. And I think given the level of what you have to show to a judge is that that you have really good evidence that you will find evidence of a crime there, right? And the standards of what passes is very high, right? And you know that it's there, and you know exactly where in the house it is, right? So, and no judge would sign off on allowing something like this unless you have evidence for such claims, right? And also, given how high profile this would be, any judge who signs this off is going to really make sure that the evidence there for such a thing is.
Oh, they have skin in this at that point.
Yeah, so I don't think this is I don't think they did this very lightly. I think they must have had really good evidence. Also, I heard another thing that you need to show is not that there's incriminating evidence. you also have to show evidence that you think that they're going to destroy it if you don't raid. Because if you only show that there's like incriminating stuff there, then you would have to like, I don't know, what do you do? But there's another procedure for that, right?
I don't know.
Okay, I just want to.
I'm not in the FBI.
Yeah, I want to talk about the ridiculous reaction by Trump, because it's very, very ironic how opposite to reality this is. Hold on.
Yeah, D is saying we're not even sure what crime they are collecting evidence for. Exactly.
don't.
Like, how can people be rushing into all this judgment when we don't even know what they're collecting evidence for?
Okay, hold on. Let me share this.
Oh,
with
Apostate
you.
Prophet is here.
Oh, hi, Apostate Prophet.
He's asking, have you heard of the recent Muslim scholar, Dr. Gobbleshite? That has to be fake.
That's a joke. He's
I take things way too seriously. I'm like, what?
Yeah. Okay, but have you heard?
What did
I want to know.
up?
Well, okay, read this. I want to know what Apostate Prophet thinks about this as well. Okay, so this is what Trump said. Hey, read from here to here, and I want to comment on this.
Okay, the search marks a major escalation in the months-long investigation into the handling of classified documents and comes as Mr. Trump, who was in New York at the time, prepares for a possible further presidential run in 2024. In his statement, he said he had cooperated with all relevant government agencies, and so the unannounced raid on my home was not necessary or appropriate. Such an assault could only take place in broken third world countries, he said. Sadly, America has now become one of those countries, corrupt at a level not seen before.
Okay, I wanted to comment on this because this is exactly the opposite. The exact opposite of what you see in third world countries, where somebody who was an ex-president has to be, the law could go after them, right? Like what you expect in a third world country is that certain people are above the law. Okay, the fact that a former president can be held accountable, okay, for violating the laws of a country is what you see in a first world country, not in a third world country. This is something that you could point to show why America is better, not why America is worse. So it's,
I mean, people are definitely above the law here.
Yeah, definitely. I know, but yeah, I mean, it's a spectrum, right? Like, but I'm saying this is something that you could point to show that why United States is superior. And like what you associate third world countries with is not certain people being above the law, or not having an objective institution that is like independently from the political games. Look at what something that the ex-president has done, which is criminal, and going after them. This is what you expect from a more advanced country. Anyways, that's what I think is the opposite of what you say. I'm not saying United States is perfect. Obviously, there are certain people that can get away from the law even in the United States because of their connections and the money and everything that they have, right? But I'm just saying this is an example of United States being a first world country and doing what a first world country is supposed to do. It's not one of the. This is the opposite, right? Anyways, I just really wanted to highlight that. But anyways, AP, AP, you should come hang. Do you want to hang out live on air with us? Should I send you a link? AP.
Apostate Prophet is saying, "Hello, Armin, sir. We love you from India. Jai Shri Ram."
Oh no, we lost AP. Wait, is this the real AP? Yeah, it is a real AP. We lost them. I thought, okay, we're losing ex-Muslims. Why am I want to Hindutva? God damn it. Okay, a moment of silence for the integrity of what AP used to have.
He's also saying, I think the FBI is wrong attacking Trump. It's blasphemy. Actually, what is hilarious is seeing some Trump or Republicans and how they react to this. Marjorie Taylor Greene has been tweeting like her hair was being ripped out and on fire at the same time. She was tweeting in all caps, defund the FBI! Like tweeting a picture of the American flag upside down, which is a very big deal if you guys don't know. And, because it symbolizes, turning America upside down, the antithesis of America, especially. That's a simple explanation. So people were posting those screenshots of her tweets, and they're like, This girl is about to kneel during the national anthem. Like all these like right-wing people like screaming about their fury over the FBI, like defund the FBI, all this stuff. All these leftists are like, they get it.
They want to
understand now. Yes, defund the FBI.
They actually are calling for the complete annulment of the FBI. They want to completely remove the FBI.
Abolish the FBI.
Abolish the FBI.
Right.
They're ridiculous. They're delusional.
They just became Antifa. They just became Antifa. Congratulations, guys, you made it.
True.
I also used to know some people who wanted to abolish the FBI.
Yeah, I have it's very hard to understand. The relationship of right-leaning people with law enforcement is very weird, right? They're like, we hate authority and we love the cops and like support the troops and say no to the man. I'm like, I'm getting conflicting signals from you. I'm like, do you like authority and power from military power and police, or do you hate it? Can you make up your mind? Like, I don't. It's weird. Okay. By the way, Vikram is here. Can you talk to Vikram while I use the restroom?
Okay.
Yeah, I'll be right back.
Hi, Vikram.
Hello, how are you?
Good. I was like, is this the Vikram that I know? It is. It's good to hear your voice. How are you?
Yeah, the one and only, Yeah, I'm doing good. Just I missed most of the stream, but I'll catch up later. I'll go back on the YouTube thing to see. How's everything been on your side?
Oh, good. I got a lot going on. I'm very busy, and summer is almost over. It's tragic. But what did you want to talk about?
Yeah, no, I was listening to you guys, so I kind of lost my thought. But oh yeah, I was wondering, have you? I don't know. I know Armin has, but have you seen much of Andrew Tate?
I know Andrew Tate from before he like blew up over the past few months. Yeah.
Oh, do you guys used to hang out or something?
I mean, not personally. That'd be hilarious if I did used to personally hang out with Andrew Tate.
My next video is yeah, go ahead.
Like I knew who he was before he all of a sudden like caught the algorithm wave and is like blown up.
Yeah. No, I knew of him. I only knew that he used to date Michaela Peterson, so Jordan Peterson's daughter.
They dated?
Yeah.
No way. What?
And I know Armin had a chat with this dating coach who both of them are friends. So that's as far as I know. That's like the closest I am to Andrew Tate is that I know one guy who's friends with him.
Wait, AP is saying Andrew Tate is a loser. He's nothing compared to Armin.
That's right. That's right.
Wait, when did Armin?
My next video is on him. By God.
That talk you had with the dating coach, is that already out? Like, is it live?
Yes.
You never sent that to me.
I thought you already you knew. I was wondering why you didn't comment on it.
Okay, no, I thought you were going to send it to me when it was out. Okay, because I need to see this. I need to see this.
I'll send it.
Wait, so what do you want to talk about, Andrew Tate, Vikram?
Yeah, no, I was thinking, I think Armin, like I'd love to talk to you in like a longer call about it later. But I was thinking that I think he's a really good marketer. He's found out the trick to be everywhere on everyone's social media. Doesn't matter whether you click not interested, don't recommend channel, whatever you do, he'll be there. And ultimately, he's probably a scammer because I've heard that he has a whole scheme that he does.
He's not probably a scammer. He says he's a scammer. He admits to being a scammer.
By what I've seen, the thing he admits to is that his webcam thing that he has with the women, that's a scam. That's completely a scam. But I don't know if he admits to what he's doing with Hustler University.
Okay, but even if Hustlers University is a scam, he admits that he does do scams, so that makes him a scammer.
Yeah. There's no doubt that he is. I mean, he says it himself, right? It's very odd how he says it and he still makes money from it. You know?
Yeah. I mean I think that here's the trick. The trick is make people hate you, okay? And then you come to watch him for the hate, and you say the most outrageous things where people find like ridiculous and stupid, right? And to call you out for it. And then when people come to hate watch you, you say you add some obvious lines of wisdom that are actually true, okay, among all that chaos. And the people who expected so much chaos and nonsense from you, they're like, oh, he's not that bad. That's true. People got him wrong. I know the real Andrew Tate. People misunderstand him. So this is like you put like a crazy out there for people to catch you, and then you hit them with some obvious cliche, random good advice, and that's the perfect recipe.
Well, he doesn't even say anything that profound. He just like points out aspects of reality that progressives don't want to talk about because it's like politically inconvenient, basically.
Yeah.
And so then it seems like he's giving this like secret wisdom, right? Because he's talking about things that other people don't want to talk about.
Yeah. But it's amazing. I'm doing a review of Ali Dabo's take on Andrew Tate. I'm gonna do an edited video on that. I'm enjoying doing more edited videos, so those are nice. Oh, wait. Guys, our live chat is having a discussion with Apostate Prophet. Like, this is really good.
Yeah, let's just review that.
Apostate Prophet saying Islam good because Muslim women obey their husbands. Yeah, doesn't Andrew Tate said like kind of like endorse Islam because they understand? Like, isn't Andrew Tate one of those people who says like Islam
it's basically like Islam is right about women, like that.
Islam is right about women. Yeah.
As far as I know, like Andrew Tate, he's a creationist, right? At least like in his debate with Hassan Piker, he says that he does not believe in evolution.
Yeah, he's crazy. Oh yeah, okay. Hassan did a good debate with him. He kind of like, it was really embarrassing from Andrew Tate. Did you watch the debate Hassan did with Andrew Tate?
Yeah, I saw. So I was watching Destiny's stream, and Destiny made a review of it, and that's how I saw it. And
it's just
Sorry.
Andrew Tate is just basically anti-science, anti-reality, anti-facts. Like he's one of those people who thinks his personal experiences are above research and science. Like one of those stupid idiots who thinks stuff.
Like I don't know how many people know, but his dad was like a grandmaster, like international master, something in chess, and he was really good in chess when he was a child, but he just kind of gave up on it later. But yeah, he's not dumb. I think he's just something's wrong with him, you know?
Yeah.
No, I find him massively like Trump. Entertaining. I'm not even gonna lie. I find him incredibly entertaining.
He's like a Trump. The people that their main skill, their one and only skill, is to sell BS very effectively by being very confident, and very aggressive and saying outrageous things. Okay, and just people are just attracted to that. Like they're attracted to watching a car crash. So this is exactly like how Trump became successful at sales. He's just that. You just have to be very out there and just like say things.
I think people are attracted to charismatic, malignant narcissists. That's what it is.
Yeah.
He's a lot like Milo Yiannopoulos, you know? Like he'd say something super outrageous. Then if you challenge him, he'll backtrack to something a lot more reasonable.
Apostate Prophet is saying, but why does he always talk like his mouth is full? I don't know. Is that how he talks like?
I think it's because he has a strange half American, half British accent. It sounds American and British at the same time.
Oxymoron is saying Trump actually sold good product. No, he sold well, but it's not his product. People make products and they come to Trump like, can you put your name on it? And he's like, sure. And he just makes a cut. He doesn't make the products himself. Apostate Prophet is saying, no, Milo was cute. Oh, Apostate Prophet has a crush on Milo.
Well, unfortunately for AP, it's too late. Milo is no longer gay.
No longer.
Oh, that's right. He's a Catholic now. Don't worry, guys.
He's been cured.
Yeah. He went back to my people. They're gonna get him right. They're gonna get him under control. For
Well,
some
no, he
reason,
went
his
away from
idea
your
of what a
people to
straight
your
man
people.
is like a man with a blonde mullet and like the wraparound razor viper shades. For him, that's what a straight man looks like because that's what he wears now. It's very interesting.
Yeah.
And like, you know how like we often talk about like left in fighting, but I saw like the right, like Lauren Southern made this huge documentary where like half of it was trashing Milo. It was like a very funny thing to watch.
That is funny. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I think he had like, you know, the book he wrote, Dangerous. Like, yeah, by what I remember, I think he didn't actually write it. He had like a ghostwriter to write it, but then he tried to lie about the guy or something. I don't know. It was like some huge drama in that whole community.
Oh my god. That's so
But
funny.
yeah, also I wanted to know, so what's Atheist Republic, the YouTube channel? It's more about like religion stuff, right? And then Secular Jihadist is more about Middle Eastern, like whatever, right?
Yes.
And yeah, I was wondering, where is Ali Rizvi?
Oh wait, but it's more personal stuff, so don't.
Okay.
You shouldn't be asking that live.
Oh, sorry, I didn't know.
It's okay.
Yeah,
He's
no,
okay
I
though.
didn't.
He's doing great. We're gonna see him at
Okay.
the conference. I'm really excited.
Oh yeah, is it the one with Richard Dawkins gonna be there?
Yes.
Oh great. Is it like online or are you going to Germany or something?
No, we're gonna be in Germany.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Oh,
Super
what's
excited.
the event about? Like, if you guys wanna like plug it, you know?
Yeah, it's called Celebrating Dissent 2020. It's put on by like the Council of Ex-Muslims in Britain, Free Thought Lebanon, a lot of people, and it's supposed to be like the largest gathering of ex-Muslims, free thinkers, and atheists since the pandemic. And
2022, not 2020.
oh, whoops. And there's going to be like over 50 speakers, a ton of panels. I'm going to be on a panel talking about blasphemy and Islam, and free thought, the intersection of all these things. Armin is
Why
going
is
to be
AP
talking
not
about
there?
religious
Yeah.
morality. I don't know.
I'm going to be talking about religious morality. I'm going to panel with Mimsy. So she's the head of the panel. But AP should have been on this event. I'm looking forward to one day seeing AP in one of these events. I don't know why.
I know, me too. I want to meet AP in person. That'd be awesome.
We should have Atheist Republic events at some point around the world.
Oh yeah, we're working on it. Don't you worry.
We will have AP as the keynote speaker if we have Atheist Republic events.
Yeah, I had a different question. It's about activism that's online. Like I know a lot of times, like when we think of online activists, like I guess my question about that is that how effective do you think online activism is? And what I think of it is that because for me, when I see someone post about any like social justice cause, not like social justice warrior, but like actual like social justice stuff, I think the point is just like engagement with your post. I don't think it's anything more than having that good feeling from seeing people like your stuff or share it or save it or whatever. So yeah, how effective do you think online activism is?
Well, I mean, it
interesting
depends on the person, and I'm assuming that the more engaging there is, the more people are seeing it, and it cannot not have an influence. I mean, it's going to be impossible to measure this, but at the end of the day, our views are influenced by the arguments that we listen to, the books that we read. Like it would be hard to assume because before social media, people were affected by radio, television, books they read, and the people they talk to. Right? This is how people's opinions were shaped. So it would be an extraordinary claim to say that, oh yeah, social media does not have that influence. Like social media came and people are watching people debate, watching people make arguments, and their beliefs are not changing. So it obviously is going to have an impact. But how big of an impact and how that impact is going to influence them is like almost impossible to measure, like very difficult to measure, but it obviously does have an impact. And this is why people's opinions, you can see like why people, like one reason why people are leaving religion faster than ever is because of their access to the internet, and the social media is a major part of that.
Like what I wonder, I don't know if like the internet is getting people to leave religion or to change their beliefs, Because I feel like, especially when you look in most online spaces, I think it's more about seeing someone who defends your take in a better way than you. Like if you look at any content creator, I don't think that most of their fans disagreed with them first and then became fans.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's more that you found someone who's saying what you already believe in, and then you get really into that stuff, you know?
It depends.
Well, no, but it depends. But social media have had a very visible effect, not maybe measurable exactly, but visible effect on people leaving religion. Like that's almost undeniable.
Couldn't it be correlation more?
Yeah, but okay, so it's a correlation, right? Which heavily suggests causation.
Couldn't it be
Because
that people have access to higher like levels of education, and like people don't need to rely on religion as a main source for entertainment, for community, for all that stuff, for morality and all
well,
that?
I mean,
So
it is possible, but every single expert opinion I've seen on this has suggested that social media have had a major influence. So
what's like a
maybe
source?
well, okay, I could go look for the source. I don't remember the exact sources, but maybe, I mean, if it's an extraordinary situation where if it has no influence, like what you're suggesting, it's an extraordinary claim because we know people are influenced by the arguments that they read or listen to. I mean, people are even affected by the people they talk to in their office, right? And social media is that times a million. It's that seeing other people's opinions on steroids. So I don't know how you could say like, yeah, I went to an office and somebody had this opinion and it changed my mind. I understand that happens, but that happening online all of a sudden has no influence. That's a very extraordinary and weird claim.
And it also helps you circumvent censorship of opinions that aren't allowed to be in your immediate environment, right? So it helps provide people with information that they otherwise don't have access to. And also, I think one aspect of it that's very important is providing community surrounding those topics and issues.
We got a super chat by Noman041 saying, any plans for Atheist Republic event in India? And no. I mean, we have FIRs filed against us in India. So, and also,
India is probably not the best place. Yeah.
Our lawyers have unfortunately advised us personally for being under Indian jurisdiction. However, we do have Indian consulates all around the country. We have like 14 to 18 different consulates around the country, and they hold individual events, local events all the time. If you want to join the local Indian consulate, email me at Susanna at atheistrepublic.com and I can hook you up. Because unfortunately, the situation is so bad, we had to take it down off of our publicly visible page. So,
yeah, and also, I was planning to go to India right before all of this happened. Like I was trying to make a documentary with another famous YouTuber. We were like planning on trips. We were looking at tickets. We were doing everything. So I was going to India, but that all ended.
Christopher brings up a good point. He's saying most important influence. People realize that they're not alone.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's one of the important. Yeah, the community aspect of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and just to respond to
Yeah. So no, let's do one more point, and then I have to go do some shopping before my trip to Germany for the event that you mentioned, Vikram. Yeah.
Yeah, no worries. I didn't expect I'd be the only one here, so I was like, because I was expecting more people. So, but yeah, but at least I'm getting the individual attention, you know. Yeah, I feel like I'm making the null hypothesis, so I'm just saying that there is no significant difference that social media has had an impact on changing people's mind. I guess so. In this case, the burden of proof would be more on you, right?
Yeah, but you make the null hypothesis, and then you have to do you have any data to show the possibility of the null hypothesis being wrong or right?
But we assume the null hypothesis to be true. It's on the person's trying to reject it to prove it, right?
Okay, but given that we have what you're describing is when people do research with data, okay, right? We're doing rationalism. We're not doing empiricism right now. because you have no data, we have to do rationalism, not empiricism, right? I mean, we might have data, but unless we both of us go look right now, if we want to discuss this, we're right now doing rationalism, okay? And if I want to do rationalism, I'm going to say, okay, we know people have been changing their opinions forever based on the books that they read and based on the conversations that they're having. It's a bizarre claim to say that this effect is eliminated once you take it online.
Yeah, I guess I
That's
would
my
say like I agree with like maybe online sources from like Wikipedia or like science websites or whatever. But
social media is just conversations.
yeah,
Okay, social media is conversation. So how are we claiming that conversations offline could change people's opinions, but online social media conversation, like not just Wikipedia articles, right? People are talking to each other, obviously exchanging. The only claim that I'm making here is that the exchange of ideas changes people's ideas. That's not a very weird claim.
I'm not saying no one will ever get their mind changed online. Just it's not significant, right? And
Okay.
I think that because when people go to online communities, I think they look for communities they agree with and they try to join it to have like a. No
But
one's
that is
joining a community they don't agree
No,
with.
you're making too much of a. You're saying no one. You're saying I'm not saying anybody, but you're saying no one. Okay.
I mean
But
no one generally, not actually nobody ever. Yeah.
the changing of ideas is usually done by a fraction of people, whether it's offline or online. Okay. What you're saying is true. Okay. Like most people will stay married to their opinions and not change it. This is not a function of social media. This is a function of offline or online everywhere, right? Like if you go to parties and people have opinions and you're talking to them, most people are looking for somebody to verify the ideas that they already have, okay, not to change their opinion, okay? But the way that ideas of a society changes is with that 5 or 10% that keeps changing their idea and drags everybody behind moving, right? So you have something that is generally not accepted by society, but 5% of the population, for example, starts changing their ideas, and that 5% eventually starts affecting other people and slowly drags everybody with them, okay? So it's like it's that small percentage of people that is willing to change their mind that eventually moves the society with them, right? And this is not something unique about social media. This is in general has always been the case, right? So even without the internet, okay, when somebody brought a new religion or new way of thinking, a lot of people are like, what are you talking about? You're ridiculous. This is like against everything we've ever been told. Like people wanted to believe the things that they already believe, okay? But there's some people who were rebellious, that were the black sheep, and eventually they got the upper hand and brought everybody else as a follower with them, okay? So this is just the fact of life. So when you say people are mostly not like that, well, activism involves starting with that 5% or with that 1%, okay? Like even when you were fighting slavery, when you were fighting for women's rights, most people were comfortable with how things already were, right? But so if you see activism has been successful with convincing a small minority and then spreading that to everybody, even if it's true on social media where only a small minority are changing their opinions, that's good enough to make gradual changes. This is kind of like the magical effect of compound interest, right? Even if it's a small percentage, okay, a small percentage over multiple years will keep adding up. And if you zoom out and look at the larger time horizon, you will see a gradual but major change over a longer time frame.
Armin, it turns out Higgs boson asked some more questions that I didn't see because it was so close to the show starting.
Okay.
Do you have time to answer more, or you have a hard stop?
I almost have a hard stop, but I could go through them really fast. Here.
Well, we already answered one basically about Andrew Tate when we brought on Vikram.
Oh, we did the Andrew Tate one, yes.
Okay. Higgs boson is asking, who has more executive power, the mayor of Tehran or Iran's president?
Iran's president, even though Iran's president's authority is very small, but it's more than mayor of Tehran.
Yeah.
And usually, and also a mayor of Tehran is sometimes seen as a way for you to move to the presidency because of the history of Ahmadinejad being mayor of Tehran and becoming the president. So sometimes becoming the mayor of Tehran is kind of like a way for you to try to become the president. Okay.
And then when you become president, that could be a track to becoming the supreme leader.
Yes, yeah, maybe.
Okay.
Because of the history, that's because of the history of the current supreme leader being the former president.
Oh my goodness.
People set precedents like that, yeah. But again,
Okay.
people might be reading too much into it. That's
Mhm.
just how it's seen, but again, people might be like overestimating the connection.
Okay, Higgs boson is asking, how's mercantilism different from capitalism, and why would one be better than the other?
Wasn't mercantilism like what eventually led to capitalism? I don't know. Like, hold on, let me see the definition. Isn't that just the merchant class rising up against the nobility, like getting power from the nobility? Isn't that how it's like?
That
I don't
sounds
know.
right, but this is not my realm at all.
It's mine either. So let's learn together. What is mercantilism? Mercantilism is an economic practice by which governments use their economies to. Oh no, this is not what I thought. To augment state power at the expense of other countries. No, I don't know much about this. I have to look into this. Sorry, I'm going to claim ignorance.
Okay.
Yeah.
And finally, do you think robots and AI can do a better job of running the government than people?
Okay, so mercantilism sounds like a bad idea because it sounds like command economics top-down approach rather than letting the market do its thing. So I will vote capitalism over mercantilism. Just sounds like command economics, manipulating trade to enforce international policies. That sounds like a bad idea. Yeah, I don't know. I have to look more into this. Sorry. Yeah, let's move.
But like sanctions do that.
Oh yeah, so no, Idris is saying it treats commerce as a zero-sum game. Yeah, okay, so kind of like the Great Britain before Adam Smith came and told for people to stop being so stupid. So because before Adam Smith, people thought like trade is kind of like if you win, other people are losing, right? So Adam Smith came in and said like introduce capitalism and told everybody like actually trade is a win-win. So capitalism is superior because it treats trade as win-win, which is actual reality. So if you think like if UK is winning, France is losing, and if France is winning, UK is winning, that's not how things work. So mercantilism is objectively wrong, right? For example, if China wins, the United States. Right now, we know that if China succeeds economically, the United States does as well, and vice versa. Oh,
okay. Very quickly, we got a super chat. Thank you again for the 40 rupees, Numan. He's saying I tried emailing, but no reply. Well, I'm sorry about that. Sometimes people's emails get stuck in my spam, so I will double check there. Thanks for letting me know. I'm sorry about that. Higgs boson is asking, do you think robots and AI can do a better job of running the government than people? Should advanced AI robots replace judges in court as they can be more objective?
No!
Actually, there's been... I don't know if it was AI, but basically I remember reading about how there was some program that influenced sentencing, and it was severely biased. Like, it was very racist.
Yes. No, I think that's a bad idea. I think that could misfire. You need a human element. These are things that no AI could handle right now. Obviously not. I disagree. Yeah, I agree. Like AI is too human for any AI to understand. I posted proof saying, why is AP not invited? Where? To the stream? I can send you a link, or to the conference, because me and Susie were saying that we will make our own Atheist Republic conference and make AP the keynote speaker, because I don't understand why AP is not invited. But Ridwan, are you interested in coming up live on air right now? Because I can send you a link to everything. AP, okay, I'm gonna send you an invitation after the conference, after the Germany conference. I want to set up a stream with just you and me, and maybe Susie if she's willing, to just chit chat and talk about random stuff. Like you already said yes to that, so you can't take backsies. So okay, I posted purpose.
It's not a matter of me being willing. It's a matter of me having the time and availability.
Okay. I
AP
posted
is saying I
Prophet
can't right now. I have a live stream with Dua Lipa in a bit.
Okay. But you said, AP, you still promised me. Like I have been moving and stuff, so I haven't been inviting AP yet. But you don't forget that you promised me that you're gonna come and chit chat with me and Susie when you're free. Yeah. Anyways, it's yeah. I think AP should get. I don't know why he's not invited to Germany. He should be. He should have been. Anyways, so let's head out. Vikram, we're gonna head out. I need to go. Oh yes, AP is also confirming. Everybody, it's on record. AP is confirming. Yes, of course I will. Inshallah. Iblis. Iblis. That's the way. Okay. All right, guys. This was a lot of fun, especially with Apostle Prophet coming and Vikram coming here at the end. And I'm gonna go head out. I'm gonna go do some shopping for my Germany trip. I don't know who's coming. If any of you coming to Germany, let me know in the comment section. I'm going to be speaking on the morality panel. Susanna is going to be speaking on the blasphemy panel. Okay. And Richard Dawkins will be there. So come see Richard Dawkins speak as well. All right. All right. Love you guys. Bye.
Bye.